And we are live coming to you at 3:40 p.m. in the afternoon Central Standard Time on this second day of January, year of our Lord 2023 at Square Works Media's World. Hello and thank you everyone and welcome. How do you guys like my new little bar? On the road to 1,000 subscribers. I gave myself a year to get to that goal. I don't know when we could get it, but if you guys think of another goal, like month, 2, 6, whatever, I'll update it. But yeah, oh, and make sure shout out to our new subscriber down here below. I got it fixed, slap by Sly. I got some of my OBS stuff fixed up, but basically because of our house phone being unplugged, I missed a call from my doctor, knowing where to go, and we left thinking it's in town. Well, they've moved out of town, and they know about the harassment and everything, so they just switched my appointment until Thursday. I've got plenty of meds to go past then, so it's no big deal. We gave them our cell phones instead to call. That's what we did. Instead of the house phone, Enlighten, so you don't have to worry about it. But I am back. I have a free afternoon once again with you guys, thanks to the fruits of the workyverse. It caused me to basically miss my appointment. Because had I not been so harassed and didn't want my grandfather to be woken up, didn't realize they'd have the gall to actually call his cell phone this morning, but they did, so it really doesn't matter if we have the house phone off, they still call. I'm about to keep all the phones next to me and keep them off when we sleep. That's what I'm about to do. Hey, if a subscriber, hey, I get blamed every day, and I can't have anonymity on the internet because I made an account and put my name on it 14. Now I have lost access to that account. If somebody subscribes and their name pops up on there, then that's on them. I'm not showing that name. It's an automatic thing that it does. They've had She actually subscribed 3 days ago, it says. So, I mean, that's just the most recent. It just shows it. And it's like a little shout out. I ain't got nothing against her. I just don't like how she's has a problem with Progressive Patriot. But that's neither here nor there. Um, anyways, wonder if you guys. Let's see if we can get. Yeah, let's get our screen on. How about that? Thinking of getting CloudBot back in here. Yeah, so y'all don't use all caps from spamming all cap messages to chat. Restrict words from appearing on chat or add words to my blacklist. I can't show y'all what that is. Paragraph protection is off. Emote protection. Don't use an excessive amount of emotes. So everybody knows to do it, alright? Because I'm turning CloudBot on. Because see, there is a whole bunch of games and stuff that we can do. We don't have any stores right now because, well, I don't have anything trademarked or any merch set up yet, but we are going to have giveaways. Like, this is the great thing about Streamlabs, and I highly recommend this to all new YouTubers such as myself, because you have, look, we can play a mini game and all types of stuff that we can do. We'll try that on another stream. We're just going to do researching. I got to learn more about that stuff, and I'm going to, before I try to just jump right into playing with it. But, yeah. How's everybody doing? Who's all up in here? Oh, thanks, No Love for Trolls. Good to know. Well, that's good to hear. Slap by Sly, you know you're welcomed in the Squareverse anytime. PP is Progressive Patriots, but yeah, well, we're friendly. I'll put it that way. It's good to know that, No Love for Trolls. It's good to know people can do that. No Love for Trolls, if I think you're, yeah, I know, we got heavy lurkers, I know. No Love for Trolls, I texted you. I don't think you ever got. I sent you a message, looks like Enlarton Guardian sent me a message too. Sorry I didn't reply to it. Enlightened. I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb because of all the harassment. So I never know when I get messages or anything. So, how is everyone doing today? Maybe sometime I can ask Progressive if he wants to come on, or somebody, or No Love for Trolls. You know, the great thing about it is No Love for Trolls, if you had a voice changer or something, you could come on here on Streamlabs and I can add you and people would just only hear your audio. You'd like be here, but it wouldn't be like Streamlabs. You don't have to have a avatar picture or anything. But yeah, I recommend to everybody that's a new YouTuber. I mean, obviously everyone's gonna do it, but I would use Streamlabs. That's just me. I mean, especially if you're like me and you live in a rural area, and connection with your, even if you're plugged in, is not the best, because that's, you know, my issue is I've got an Ethernet connection plugged in, and have the highest speed that's available to get where I'm at, but it's just it's not high quality, put it that way. I can only stream 30 frames per second, and you know, the quality's not the great, but it's alright. Okay. Oh, wow. A weak bitch incel. Like this. I'm not a bitch incel. Wow. Calling me a monster. Well, this is definitely hate speech. I'll report you again. screenshot. Go ahead, make another video, Herbal. Before long, 2023 is going to be the year Herbal has to start all over again. You can't do where it gets copyright. You didn't even say anything, did you? Well, like I said, it's a good thing that I reported appropriately just about the title. But I figured you'd say bitch or something in here. No. He just recorded and uploaded. I mean, call me a weak bitch incel. You think just because you
fixed
put
Randy his stuff,
that's hateful. That is hate speech. Oh, let me guess. You're going to say hate speech don't exist, so maybe you need to get off YouTube then, Herbal. Because they clearly think it does. And it is. When you got a gang and you're cyber mobbing, that's why I'm a end cyber mobbing advocate. Because I am a victim of cyber mobbing. But I'm not no more a victim. I'm now a survivor. Because that's what happens when you become a victim of something. You go through the victim stage, and then you get to the stage where you can triumph over your oppress. And that's what we're going to do. And, just so all the liberals and stuff get mad at me. Yeah, exactly. 40 viewers. Now it's down to 26. Because they don't want us to get it. They don't want us to have it on record that they're gang stalking me like they are. They are all literally in here watching. They're fixing to do something, guys. I need help. They're fixing to really try something. I'm literally fucking scared of what they're gonna try to do. Because I know every time they try something that's more up the stakes, but I'm scared that one of these messages I have that says that they'll be at my school and stuff. Like I am scared, and I shouldn't have to be like this, and my police won't help me. So if anything happens to me, anything at all, just remember that I told everybody about it. The police, my psychiatrist, my counselors, my voc rehab specialist, everybody, even my dog trainer. So you guys want to say I'm faking and a malingerer and don't have mental health fucking issues, then fuck you! Don't know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody that has a lot of thinking power, sure, but I'm not hip, and I don't follow a code to live by like y'all do of no snitching or whatever. You know, I see something happen, I say something. I don't go out of my way to get in someone's business, you know. If somebody wants to do something illegal or whatever, I don't pay no attention, no mind. But when you start threatening and doing shit that affects me directly, you damn right I'm gonna fucking report it. And I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a bitch or a little weak incel or anything about it. Because you know why? You wouldn't say that shit to my face. You would not say that shit to my face. I guarantee you. You want to know why? Herbal? Because you come here and you say that shit to my face, and then you try to blame it all on me and say I invited you and shit, and it doesn't matter. And guess what? They're gonna fucking hear my testimony from my doctor that explains everything. Guess what? If anything, I may get a fine or something, or be let off for literal you causing me to be, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I had woken up, thank God I was asleep the day that No Life Mike came by my house. Because if I had got up, that could have been a big deal. No Life Mike, though, then again, we may have just talked. But any one of you that, like Petey and stuff, that have done things with my mother and stuff, if any one of you have ever would have come by here and I'd been awake, I only want to think about what could come of that if you trespassed and tried to come on my property, or tried to catch me out coming outside and punch me or something, or like what Mustard Squirrel said he's going to do to me. I can only imagine. And I am scared that Mustard Squirrel is not lying. I think that he's bisexual, I guess, since he has no problem with threatening to rape me. And with him telling me that he lives in a town I go to regularly, that I used to work in back when I worked, I'm even more scared. No, he doesn't, Storm. Because if they do something to me, they'll do it, you know. I'll be another story. I'll be another preventable whatever. That's what'll happen. Because I'm not gonna, we've got neighbors on alert, and we've got cameras and stuff up, and the police know. Hell, according to Filthy Animal, the police are laughing at all my streams and everything and support him completely. Well, you know what? I almost wouldn't doubt that. Almost wouldn't. That's strange for the Hayti Police Department to support somebody whose group technically impersonated them as people on YouTube. But whatever. You know, everybody had their eyes on me because I'm the student, 29-year-old young male just about to turn into the man stage of age, which is his 30s. And I just got back home 3 years ago this month. I tried to kill myself. 18 days from now is the anniversary. 18 days. Or, excuse me, 17 now. 3 years ago, people. So just 3 years ago, I tried to kill myself. You guys ought to be looking at me right now and saying, wow, oh my God, dude, like, you survived a suicide attempt that caused a 3-hour surgery, and you didn't fight. You immediately consented to all treatment, and you went, and then you succeeded, got a job, and stayed there all the way until the end of 2019 of December, and then you came home 2020, and then the pandemic started. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And since then, I've been clean. The whole fucking time. Got close to relapsing once. I did. I was letting this shit online, and them people get to me too much. And I was feeling sorry for myself, which you can't be like that. Yeah, get them likes up, 37 people. What's up with you lurkers in the back? Oh, that's right. You can't comment because you're blocked. Oh, damn. Let's check out this Ruined Leon clip.
I like when I'm right, and I like when people tell me I'm wrong, and I have examples over time to prove that I'm right. And there's no greater moment of me being right than when I talk about people robbing stores and stores defending themselves. Because there are people who will explain it all the way by saying, oh, we're living in hard times, oh, poverty, oh, we grew up in low-income communities, it's perfectly justifiable to steal if you meet all these qualifications. Yet when I ask these people if I can come rob them because they have something I don't, they all say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. No, I didn't mean me. I meant corporations, because corporations have insurance. Corporations have money. I don't have anything. Corporations are being disrespectful to you because you're a BIPOC, marginalized person of color, and you should feel indicative to go steal from people and potentially go to jail. Understand something. Stores have cameras. A lot of y'all don't. So it's easier to come up off you instead of going to Walmart and getting arrested and thrown into the back of the storage closet. It's not going to happen. I enjoy when I see stores defending themselves and having.
Yes, I agree with him 150%. Stores got to be able to defend themselves, especially as if the economy keeps getting worse and worse. People are going to get desperate.
People get mad at that.
Weak! You'll always be weak! You need a gun because you're weak! You need a gun
No, they need guns because of crazy people.
because you're weak! You need a gun because you're weak!
That would be you, my man, with them skinny arms. Dude, you as bad as weak as me, man. Come on.
You need a gun because you're weak! You need a gun because you're weak!
I think your voice is getting weak.
You need a bullet because your voice is small!
Clerk shot and killed 23-year-old
That would be you, my man.
Roosevelt, who showed a gun and demanded cash Wednesday.
Witnesses indicated that the weapon was brandished and pointed at employees.
The siblings recognize their brother's wrongdoing.
He got some responsibility, but not all.
But they say that still doesn't warrant the clerk's actions.
Right and wrong is wrong. That was wrong for that clerk to shoot my brother in the chest. Yes.
No. No, it was not.
He's robbing y'all. Oh, well.
Oh, well. That's the problem we have in this country today, is people say, oh, well, to crime. They think that just because everything is bad and humanity can't figure it out yet, I'm going to go out and fucking take the easy way, and I'm going to steal some shit. And you know, fucking something happened, and I'm going to fucking claim to be the victim. Bro, you try to rob anybody south of the Mason-Dixon line, usually in states, at a gas station, anything, you always taking a 50-50 chance of that person having a strap. Now, up in the north, yeah, you may get away with that shit. But down in the south, no.
Police, that's what y'all supposed to do. Y'all not supposed to take matters in your own hands.
I enjoy people putting the
It's called stand your ground.
precautions necessary to make sure that their property is safe, because they have no time to deal with you and your buffoonery. I enjoy when people put the measures in necessary to make sure everybody in the area is safe. And that's what this person at a gas station did, because they kept getting robbed.
Exactly. That's why when you go up north in places like Chicago, bro, they would literally have the whole back of the store thing in an enclosure with bulletproof glass. You can't rob them stores. They have them to where they can lock you in. Just so they spend money on this shit. Store owners have to where they can lock a suspect in. And you know what happens 9 times out of 10? I could show you several videos of people tearing up gas stations after they got caught trying to do something, and then they get locked in there, and then they just throwing drinks, glass bottles at because they're trapped. They're waiting on the police, and they're trying to break the broken glass. They ain't got guns up there, and up in there in some of them states, they'd actually probably let somebody robbing you sue you if you shot them. So I don't blame them for taking the ethical approach. But you know what? That sucks for the gas station owner, because then they got to clean up all that shit. You don't believe me? Here, let me show you and just check it out real quick. I'll show you something. Gas stations being destroyed. Oh, I used to watch this shit and I would laugh, but thinking about it now, ain't nothing funny about this shit.
Bye-bye. Show this to y'all again. you going to jail.
I don't give a fuck.
Call
They locked her in.
the loud on her.
Just a button.
Your ass
That's all
going
it
to
takes.
jail now. You'll get right when them laws come. Bet your ass. You can't get out. You want me to tell them to let you out?
Now, fuck this bitch now. Put your hands on me now. Put your motherfucking hands on me now.
He's not putting his hands on you. He just telling you, do you want me to let you let him out? And you mad because he's taunting you.
Girl, you tell me what that time.
Put your motherfucking hands on me now. What the fuck y'all think this is?
It's you about to go to jail. That's what it is. Yeah, just stand there and
Knock
look
these.
stupid.
What else you gonna do for it? Bitch, I stay at war. What else you gonna do?
Oh my God. Tripping. My boy called them loud on that.
More and more property damage. Just make your situation worse.
And that's the end.
My
Just
socks,
make it
cause you gonna be cold. Look, she just knocked over the thing, man.
God,
You gonna be cold.
Oh, shit. Still doing it.
$10 store. Believe that. I'm talking about Jit is going ham in dollar store. Believe that. I'm talking about Jit is mad. Jit don't got no family. Jit say fuck this shit. Definitely. Cereal everywhere. Jit is crazy. We don't know who Jit this is, bro. Jit is just going ham, you feel me? I ain't caught nothing like this in a while. Hey, I'm talking about, bro, like Jit. Oh, Jit going, nobody don't know who Jit this is, bro. Like, you know what to do.
Oh, this is the good one. The one where I told them about they're throwing bottles at bulletproof glass once they're locked inside.
Damn, I can't even find my
camera
camera.
These people are trying to get inside to probably buy them a Swisher or whatever, a pack of smokes, and they can't get in. Cause she locked in. Look at her. Damn, just throwing that shit like a bug, bro.
No, they ain't here yet. They're not here yet. They're not gonna come that quick for her.
I don't think threatening a guy behind a bulletproof glass is gonna make any difference if you're gonna throw that at him. Damn.
No gas, eh?
She crazy.
Okay. Damn. Maybe I'll give her my gas money. She can slide it to him. You got a phone?
Such blatant like no regard for nothing. Just people like that's the type of shit. So yeah, I agree with it. Now let's get back to Ruin Leon's video. Let me check the chat. Hello, Rock and R. Nice to have you with us.
Make you feel safe. Take a look. A security guard armed with a semi-automatic weapon. It's happening at a North Philly gas station. The owner coming up with the idea to scare off criminals. If you saw this is our go vote for tonight. Would you feel safer or uncomfortable? So right now the vote is 65% of you saying safer, 35% uncomfortable. So be sure to vote at fox29.com/go vote. Shawnette, you spoke with the gas station owner who says this is needed to keep both his workers and customers safe.
Yeah, interesting listening to those numbers you just gave us, Sheba. So the store manager says that he had to do something more than call 911. And most customers, I'll tell you, that I talked to this evening on and off camera say that they support this, but there were a few who say they don't believe this is the right approach. Hired security strapped with AR-15s or shotguns, standing guard and walking the property of this North Philly gas station and convenience store.
This is supposed to be a city, right? And you got your kids walking around. Guns like that should be on the battlefield.
Corey Berry says she's on board with it.
If you're trying to get gas, you live in a bad area, and the only place is here, and they're getting robbed all the time, I mean, I support the owner.
Neil Patel is the manager of this Carco shop franchise at Broad and Clearfield.
We are tired from this all nonsense. Robbery, drug trafficking, racketings, all kind of hanging around all gangs.
He shared with me these videos of what has led up to this drastic response to crime at his business. Over the past few weeks, he says his store was trashed by young people, an ATM stolen out of the store, and he says his car was vandalized while parked at the store.
They're forcing us to hire the security, high-level security, state level. I am fearful for my safety of my employee as well as my nice neighborhood, all customers.
So 3 weeks ago, he hired the Pennsylvania site state agents.
We wear Kevlar. We are trained. My guys go to training every other week. They're proficient with this. They're proficient with their taser. They know the laws.
Andre Boyer is the chief of the company.
As a Pennsylvania state agent, that's what it says. The law tells us that we have a right to protect this property in any means necessary, and whatever force necessary to be used to protect it.
This man told employees he's against it. I asked Patel about it.
They feel like using guns, you know, when we have such a big problem with guns in the city, is not the right message.
And that's not a right. I understand that, but according to some people, violent people, they carry the gun. Then they're not afraid then, and this is the protection for neighborhood and the customers.
All right, so
it helps protect the block and neighborhood.
So you heard him. He just said that people who are
100% on board with it. Leave your comments below what y'all think.
Against this are concerned about the armed security, but they should be concerned about the bad guys who are out there carrying the guns. Meanwhile, Patel says that he's had a store there for about 20 years. He said the crime has gotten increasingly worse just over the past few years. And he tells me that in the past 3 weeks, he hasn't had any issues with the crime since bringing.
Hey, I want to let all my actual real friends or fans, subscribers know that I do have contingency plan if they do trademark my new design I've come out with, if they happen to do it. If I get anything that's legal from a lawyer that says, like, I can't use it, then I won't. But I have a contingency plan, and what they just don't know is the actual logo and real design and name is all safely sitting in a vault until I start working again. So, fuck you, Workyverse.
This company on.
And the people you talk to, Shawnette, I have this out on Twitter, and a lot of the comments are exactly what you got in response. This is where we are in the city. This is unfortunately what we need to do to keep our stores and our...
No shit. You got people running around. We got gang activity. Look at how shit is going on just on the internet even. Fuck. Never mind what's going on in Chicago. Hell, now it's law now with the Safety Act. They're going to just... People are getting arrested today in Chicago for crimes like having fucking crack and shit, and they're being let out with no cash bond. You know, like there's all types of shit that's happening. That this year has opened the floodgates. That's why you gotta stick down and stay by your family, and we gotta create. Each YouTube channel has the ability to create its own community. It is its own community. That's why there's a community tab on the channel. If you are blocked from my channel, which everybody knows who's they're blocked because they can't type in the chat on their regular account, for them to go around and subscribe from another channel or subscribe with their block account anyways and screen record and still comment on the community tabs, share them and everything else, yada yada yada, you are actively showing everybody that 1, you don't give a fuck about boundaries, 2, you like to harass and stalk people, and 3, you don't understand what the freedom of association means and why we have that freedom too.
Customers safe if we own a gas station.
And especially since you see everything that happened with this particular.
And that goes to Citizen Z, all of you. Citizen Z, me and you were never friends. I never knew you. Just like the Lord will say to all the people that didn't accept Jesus as their Savior, depart from me, I never knew you.
Particular business owner. Shawnette, I just want to mention too, just going back to our Go vote, when we came on the air, I think it was around 65% who.
Whatever affiliations or things you do outside, that's great and that's cool. You made me think that you were affiliated with something that I am, but it's got nothing to do with YouTube. And you know, and if that it was the truth and wasn't a lie, I wish you well. But you know, I choose not to associate with you. So every time you come in here, anyone sees Citizen Z, block him. And he likes to also use hacking software, and so do you, Herbal. Letting them know about that. You know, what? You thought I was never going to report you? I don't play by your stupid game. Dude, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. When it comes, why do you think my name is Square? Like, I'm sort of straight edge. Besides what I'm prescribed, I don't do drugs. I've never done a needle or anything. Like, I don't believe in the whole... I don't believe in the whole, you know, don't ask, don't tell, no monkey see, no monkey hear, no monkey say. You know, I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe silence is golden. My mother taught me that was one of the most fucked up and brainwashing terms that was ever passed on to her was silence is golden.
Who said that it makes them feel safer. Now it's at 80%. Just during your report, it jumped up that high.
Wow.
All
yeah,
right.
it is certainly a sight to see, but people say it is for their safety.
Yeah. And since nobody wants to take the time to understand robbing is wrong, looting is wrong, stealing is bad, and nobody wants to put forth any action.
Tell them, Ruin Leon. Like, Ruin Leon ain't gonna come up here and defend an organization that's done messed up stuff like Black Lives Matter. Ruin Leon isn't gonna come up here and defend people that are obvious criminals, and, you know, like Ruin Leon is a concerned, regular YouTuber citizen like I am. And that's how I like to be. And Ruin Leon is going to bring you the facts. Jack?
Necessary to wrangle all these stupid kids together and make them stop.
And starts now.
We begin tonight with an update on the weekend shooting at North Park Mall in Ridgeland.
Weekend shooting.
Residents across the metro still in shock after shots rang out yesterday. Ridgeland police have arrested and charged 16-year-old
16 years old
Zalil Deshelle Patterson for the shooting. They say she pulled a gun on a store owner, and then that owner pulled out his gun and began shooting. 3 Riverside's Brendan Hall joins us live with more on this story. Brendan, you spoke with someone at the mall who heard the shots ring out. Tell us about it.
That's right, Patrice, and the person I spoke to is not only shaken up after the incident, but also frustrated about what prompted it. Before drawing her weapon, police say the 16-year-old suspect was trying to steal from a popcorn store.
It was several shots, and we all kind of just froze.
Kathy Courtney says shopping for her son's homecoming dance quickly turned into chaos at the North Park Mall Saturday.
We were all kind of ducking down, like people were starting to run in from the mall area. There was an employee hiding in the bathroom. I mean, people were terrified.
She says the panic didn't fully set in until she realized her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend were no longer with her, but closer to the gunfire.
My daughter said that she took off running. She just started running the opposite way. And her boyfriend followed. And like I said, they were able to run to the other side and exit through like the mall entrance.
Ridgeland police say the shooting was between 16-year-old Zalil Deshelle Patterson and the owner of a popcorn store, who Patterson was allegedly trying to steal from. While the teen was the first to draw a weapon, she was the only person shot. According to authorities, the store owner managed to shoot Patterson in the leg in what they are now calling self-defense.
I'm really glad it was an isolated incident, but at the same time, you want to feel like safe when you're taking your family or your children somewhere like a mall. Like, you don't want to have to worry about, you know, is this safe?
Freedom comes before safety, I'm sorry.
For me to go with my family and just to buy something normal for a homecoming dance.
As Saturday,
at least in terms of the Second Amendment, it does. I mean, that's why they outlined it. I mean, even the founder said those that believe they deserve security more than freedom will get neither and will have neither.
Today's scare continues playing out in her head. Courtney says she's thankful.
Just thankful to be here, thankful that, you know, my children are alive.
Be thankful that you are there. Shit, if that dude hadn't wounded that girl in the leg, she may have got scared of one of y'all trying to stop her and ended up shooting y'all. You never know.
No one that was with me was injured.
North Park Mall closed after the shooting, but was back open for business today. As for Patterson, Ridgeland police say she is behind bars at the Madison County Detention Center. No bond has been set at this time. Brendan Hall, 3 on your side.
People are just going to say
she shot at somebody. Yeah, I don't think she's going to get bombed.
Hey, we're going to put it in our own hands. You want to say you steal because of poverty? I'm going to solve this problem because I got the money to. And guess what? If somebody ends up in a bad situation, it's your own fault for not knowing where they at and allowing them to think, hey, it's perfectly fine to do all these things.
If we're going to talk about George Floyd and really understand it, then we need to understand community reactions to it. And we often hear politicians, we hear civic leaders, from inside black communities and from outside of them as well. We hear President Biden say, you know, I understand your frustrations, but don't destroy property. Well, when you say that to black people who historically have been property, one of our greatest weapons against injustice was the looting of ourselves as property from the system of slavery. And what we see in communities is they're reacting to the very racism of what we call property, right? So that's why I think it's very important for, you know, people who see reactions in communities to not judge and to not make assumptions about what is good and not good reactions, and not actually re-victimize communities by saying there's an acceptable and a not acceptable way to react. Listen to them, and then we can say what these communities need.
Actions have consequences, and if you're not going to put forth the necessary precautions necessary, you may be the person on the end of the consequence, and it wouldn't even be your fault. You just sitting around letting people rob you because, hey, it's perfectly fine if they do it. Why? Because poverty is perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable. No, it's wrong. Nobody should do it. And at the end of the day, it's embarrassing how many people advocate for that. So I'm glad that this gas station worker is putting the precautions necessary to make himself and the area safe. And as many people will complain at it, I say hire more people to make
420, y'all. Dancing when the evening
Tennessee Titan, tell them put my DNA in an airlock vial. Remembering the soul of a Southside rider in the SRT, burning keep on flower. Up in early 2000s in the nighttime hours, soul searching like my heart froze on the web browser. But the devil down under traffic. Texas Cowboys and them Tennessee Bandits. Dying trying to live through the FM static. Dust covered in the attic, so the future gon' jam it. We immortal through the sound of a down south spirit, so the next generation can remember how we live it.
Paul, I'm smoking on some wedding cake.
Dance with a pioneer, let it play forever. Heart bumping to the bass, a downhill legend. Got Kalani on the beat in a smoke-filled session. When we gone, I hope we get the tip bowls in. Blood raps in gold, blowing smoke so electric. Ganja so gorgeous, call it 24 karat. Couple lone stars leaving on the dust trail. Balance 808 to the kick, H-Town apparatus. Colors on point like a needle to a cactus. Caveman slab at the Chevrolet Palace. The sky's the limit, we the hip-hop atlas. Hometown all around us like a high school jacket. Turn the record to a black and let the black be silent. The giant's always quiet, never beat for advertisement. Till the beat drop out at sauce, no diet. Wrapped up into a science, it's a heartstring aligned. Spotlight of a super moon, under the stars like Daniel Boone. Get it how I got it, yeah we got it, no spoon. So sick with it I became immune. Got too much shine, my mind a saloon. Like a blue bonnet I vividly bloom. Forever at the bottom entangled in rum. From the 615 to the 832.
Like, seriously? I'm not even talking about that. Text me and say, oh, I guess you're ignoring me now. No, it's called Do Not Disturb was on. Oh, that's great. Mustard going to take your ass. I'm your new daddy. Happy New Year. Yep. You ain't gonna take this booty. This is an exit only. It's a toxic waste, you know. That's why I've never been into anal sex with women. Some people, like my brother, maybe some other, they said that they, you know, they enjoyed it, but I just don't understand how you could enjoy putting your dick in someone's toxic waste hole. Or eat it. You know, people talk about eating ass and shit. It's just nasty. I mean, to me it is. I mean, shit, maybe I'm just too vanilla when it comes to sex. Could be that too. Either way, that's my opinion on it. Everybody's gonna be like, whoa, how did we get here on this topic? Because Mustard Squirrel has the gall to threaten to rape people. Yeah, any channels that are new, I'm sorry, but if your channel is not at least a little bit old and got some history to it and is blank, you know, you're automatically getting blocked. My mods know what to look out for. If you created it yesterday or whatever, like, you take it out. That's fine if you eat your girl's ass. If you can stick it in a butt, you can stick it in any butt, man. That shit ain't natural, bruh. Like, girls usually gotta make sure they shit. I've heard about on porn sets about girls having to make sure that they've taken a colonic or whatever before they do an anal shooting session and shit, because they could end up causing it to shit out. And that's just nasty, man. Like, you gotta use lube. The asshole don't lube itself like a dick or vagina does. A dick and vagina self-lubricates. I bet people didn't even know that. Yeah, your dick creates little oils. It doesn't mean, you know, you ever had sex and noticed your dick, you know, was kind of like sticky-ish? You know, that's the oils produced from your skin on your dick. You know, same thing with the vagina. The vagina produces fucking secretions for sex. That's natural sex. Anal sex ain't fucking natural. It's rape to me. I mean, it's not rape, obviously, if it's consensual, but to me, it's just fucked up. Like, that's where anal sex came out of. How do we know that anal sex wasn't first used as a way of hurting somebody or something, you know, because that's what it is. No guy, no regular straight guy wants to ever get fucked up the ass against his will. And so for me to be threatened that, especially by somebody that's supposed to live close to me, hell to the nah, bro. I'd be like that dude on the Boondocks episode. The booty is mine. It belongs to me. You cannot have my booty. Dude, they say that mystical shit, you know, MC's YouTube name was Wandering Sage. That motherfucker thinks he's a sage. He ain't no sage. That dude, like, he can't fathom that. None of them can fathom that I'm growing up and having a different life path than any of them. I don't know where this idea that everybody is gonna automatically turn 18 and go to school and succeed and be perfect and be moved out by 25, like, you know, everybody's different, especially with the way the economy's changing shit. I'm not saying that's not ideal. Hell, that's what my grandparents did. My parents couldn't do it. They tried. They did for a little while, then they ended up having to move back home. Like, ever since my mom and dad's generation, when they started having kids, it started the generation before millennials. That's when it started becoming harder and harder for people to move and be and not be reliant on family. Are you talking to somebody I can't see, Storm? Who needs so many fragrances? Mustard? Oh, squirrel? Yeah. He smells like shit. I wouldn't be surprised if dude, like, don't literally, like, you know he's watching. That motherfucker's watching right now, recording. Like, 25 people in here, only 5 likes. Like, yeah, because that's the YouTube community spirit. You know, we'd be looking at content and stuff if I wasn't having to check out some things on the phone. But, you know, Squarework Media's World is my name. I came up with it. I created it. Nobody that's a decent human being would trademark it before I could. No decent human being would trademark any of my images I've made before I could. If they do, you are just letting known that this is not about right, wrong, or, you know, a justice or an injustice you're trying to correct, or a person you're trying to expose as dangerous. It's just you trying to completely ruin my time on YouTube, my spare time, hell, my life. You ruined partly, most of some of your actions hurt my Christmas very much. Do you think I like admitting that? Because that probably makes you feel good. I want to give a shout out to your main girl for adding me on she's got 440 subscribers. Oh, she's a Sagittarius. Cool. That's what's up. I'm liking some of your stuff on your community page, yo main girl. Appreciate you for your subscription. Y'all make sure to check out Yo Main Girl. That's YOMAINE Girl. GIRL. Yeah, and what time I have left with my grandpa, that's been their angle lately, is they're gonna try to destroy it with a fucking false abuse allegation investigation. Like, you can't trust a word of anything they say.
Hello? Hello, I'm hoping to speak with John Roberts. This is John speaking. Hello, John. I'm Jonathan Legend. I'm with Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan out of Connect. We received your online request for the free consultation. Yes. And he has 48 hours to respond to that, and then we will have to go forward with that. I understand that you've been contacting other attorneys in the area, which is good, because that gets you a attorney-client relationship going. And if he decides that he wants to go to a local lawyer and maybe come back against this, well, you've already got a conflict of interest there because you spoke to them first on this. Yeah.
Bro, I swear to God, if they're talking about that they're gonna have me served on Filthy Animals video, that I'm gonna be served at school, and they want somebody there to capture me crying about it, what would I cry about? You know? Matter of fact, Because I noticed that you used your fake name, Filthy, and the person addressed you as your fake name, so you're using a pseudonym.
And it's Mr. Wilson. Looks like in Hayti. Yes, sir. We've got the two that you sent over. You definitely have the trademark and the copyright for the sunrise picture and what's this? The colorful atom imagery. Yeah, he uses on his site, and it's there. So it's pretty open and closed. What we will do, we will file a cease and desist against him in person. Okay. He has 48 hours to respond to that, and then we will have to go forward with that. I understand that you've been contacted.
Dude, I swear to God, if I get a cease and desist letter, you know, after all the times I told them to cease and desist on shit, on fucking with me, and they saying you can't do shit, it's the internet. If they trademark my YouTube thing and I get it in the mail, guys, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. Like I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. Then that's the point where I'm going to go out of my way to make sure that I get and change my name to something that I can trademark along with my pictures and everything. Like they are trying to take they're taking my brand as what they want to do, because they know that I don't have the money to brand it. So they've already paid for it and got it branded, and now they're going to get a lawyer to file a cease and desist paperwork. Like, first, I gotta get that paperwork that says cease and desist so I can see that they definitely paid money for that and that they own it, because I want to publish that on a live, and I'm going to. Why would I call a lawyer, Storm? There's nothing I can do if they own the shit. If they own the shit and it's their wish that no one can use it unless they give permission to that person, and they're not going to give me permission, then if the law says they can find me or whatever, hell, they might know a little bit more about this, but it's just more proof that they're attacking the vulnerable and the weak on YouTube. And they act like that I can't find a royalty-free image to use as my banner and profile picture for the time being. You know, I am using one that they should still be. Why would anybody else want to buy them and use them when they're obviously being on my website, unless they're trying to fucking screw me over because they hate me and they're petty little fucking older ass males. I don't know. This is just bullshit. I can't take this shit. Canva. I'm gonna have to end the stream, y'all.